Brodes Media.
I'm aggravated. And I'm aggravated because Happy Brodes only lasted about 24 hours. I was letting my guard down. I was opening up my heart for a playoff run. And then we get hit with the news that Zack Wheeler is having shoulder problems. They now have to push back his start to Sunday, which I'm not sure he's even going to pitch yet until I see it. I don't believe it. And what once was being discussed as one of the greatest starting pitching staffs ever assembled in the history of Philadelphia, which is a huge statement, is now a serious unknown. Zack Wheeler has not looked the same for weeks. Nowhere close to being efficient enough. His location, well, guess what? Pitches are getting nuked. Aaron Nola, still going in Lehigh. Ranger, not elite. And Luzardo can't pitch when one guy gets on base. So what do we have here? The one thing I'll say about Zack Wheeler is this. Back in 2022, they sat him down for a little bit, and we know how it ended. Now, we didn't get the championship, but Zack Wheeler was a workhorse, he was a dog, and he helped you win a lot in the postseason. And he does resemble Bryce Harper in this regard. I bet you right now Bryce Harper is dealing with something physically with his wrist. You wouldn't know it because this is the same guy that can rip bombs when he's got a UCL injury and his bones are barely together. I don't even know how UCLs work, but you get my point. The stuff isn't even attached. All right, it's loose, it's dangling. Yet here's a 415-foot bomb to right field hitting the third deck. If there is someone who could manage through shoulder stiffness and soreness and still have awesome electricity, it could be Zack Wheeler. But I'm still very nervous because that's what was supposed to carry you all throughout a journey. Was your dogs on the bump? Superstars. Bryce, Kyle, Zack Wheeler. Right now, I hate to admit this, but there is one starter that I have all the faith in the world in, and that's Christopher Sanchez. That's insane. That's insanity. So am I hitting the panic button? Kind of. Yeah. I don't know if it's fully pressed down, but it's more than just hovering it. Maybe a couple fingers are touching the top of the button, and a little tiny breeze, a little bit of wind would push my fingers down. He's looked so out of whack, so out of sync. When he reaches back and he tries to throw his pitches, it's like the left part of the plate, his whole body is taking him towards 5 feet off the left side of the plate. I want to react to Rob Thompson, too, because Rob Thompson made some remarks about this. And I want you to listen. The first piece of audio, we have 3 clips for you, is just the initial, here's the news, here's the update, this is what we're doing, and it was the first time we were hearing of it. Take a listen to the manager. Okay. I'm a screw up. We do this every time. What are you going to do? When am I going to learn? Never.
Wheeler came out of his last start a little sore, more sore than he normally is. So we got an image done. It's clean. We're just going to give him a couple extra days. So it's going to be Cincinnati on Friday, Luzardo on Saturday, and Wheeler on Sunday.
Where is he feeling?
In the shoulder.
Okay. Are you concerned about that?
No.
Why
Image
not?
was clean.
Okay. Did he come to you guys?
Well, it's through the trainers. Yeah.
Do you think it's affected his
command a little bit? I mean, I know in the New York start he was a little.
I think the complete game affected his command.
Okay, we'll get more into the complete game comment in a moment. Let's start with it was clean. The same organization that I was told with San Diego and Alec Boehm, everything was aight. Then he hits the All-Star break. He comes back, and my man hasn't played baseball since. He looked good after the imaging that got done with San Diego or whatever the hell the process they went through, right? Okay. Now, let's get into Aaron Nola. Ankle, back, rib, you name it. It was something different every single day. How did all those, dissections go? Okay. I don't buy it a lick. I don't buy a damn thing they're saying. Really? Think about those two examples I just threw out there. It's as horrific as it comes. That Alec Boehm thing has been a legitimate disaster. And the reason we're not talking about it that much is because Alec Boehm hasn't been that damn good this year. So we're not even really losing much because he hasn't performed at a high enough clip. Because he's not the right-handed stick that batted behind Bryce Harper last season before his wrist got banged up. He wasn't the guy that was smoking doubles and knocking in almost 100 RBI. Regardless on what his batting average got back up to after a really ugly start to the year. He hasn't been that guy. So we barely talk about it because, well, who the hell cares? He hasn't been that much of a difference maker. Aaron Nola? I'm a big fan, but there has been a fear of mine for a while now that I constantly flirt into the mix whenever we talk about this team, and that is him and Wheels. They've been the two workhorses, okay? You go to the World Series because of them two. You have the success that you have as a franchise lately with this core because of a lot of variables, but because of those guys as the 1-2 punch, as the leaders of the pitching staff. It wears you down. It takes a toll. And I'm hoping in a weird way that with Aaron Nola, all this time missed is only going to benefit him because, well, he didn't have to worry about the workload of 200 innings and whatnot. So I was really hoping that was the case, and we'll find out. But his location, Zack Wheeler, has been all over the place. Multiple different starts in a row, consecutive. Getting tattooed and home runs galore. Now, there's still ways to get 10 Ks. There's still ways to go 6 innings, but you are only going to have a chance. When I opened up my heart a day ago and I said, I'm going to be a fan and enjoy some of the positives with this group, it was all predicated off of having these 4 men being special. Wheeler, Sanchez, Bryce, Kyle. You lose Wheels and you don't stand a damn chance. And I'm not telling you absolutely 1,000% do lose him. But this is not what you want to hear. Just because Rob Thompson says he's not worried doesn't mean that now I'm not worried. Because truth be told, he may have said in that clip, oh, the imaging came back all right, so there's no reason to panic. Yeah, well, how about this one? Take a listen to Rob Thompson on complete games and the damage that is done when a pitcher throws 9 innings. Take a listen.
Do you think any of your pitchers will pitch another complete game this year?
I hope not. It bothers me. It really does. It scares me. That concerns me. And a guy's got a low pitch count. He wants it, so it's hard to take it away. But I know that there's some effects that are put on the body, on the arm, on fatigue. So I do it. But
That actually pisses me off that he brought that up, because he's admitting that there are real signs when you pitch deep into a game, when you have a pitch count that's 100 plus, when you're going up and down, 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 up and down 9 times, there is information that screams this could be detrimental. Well, you just said it scares you, but yet you're not scared about Zack Wheeler. So it scares you when pitchers throw complete games, but you're not scared about Zack Wheeler, who hasn't looked the same since he threw a complete game. That doesn't add up. The math isn't mathing. You are then, based off of my equation, based off of what you're saying, your logic, and spitting it right back out at you, you are concerned about the current state of Zack Wheeler and his shoulder. Dude, this guy's in his mid-30s. He's been pitching a lot of regular season action. He's been pitching a lot of postseason ball. And now he has shoulder stiffness as we roll into August. Why do you think he wasn't active during the All-Star break? Because he wanted to put his team in the best position. Well, why did he want to put his team in the best position? Because he wasn't feeling good. And he hasn't looked great since. Topper, part of your job as the decision maker is to put these players in the best position possible for their bodies. You got to get out in front of what they want to do. Now, it may be a shitty conversation. It may suck to have to tell Zach, I'm sorry, but you're not getting the 8th. You're not getting the 9th. It's not fun to have that dialogue. You get paid a lot of money to not have the fun conversations. That's the gig. So if you're telling me you have all these stats to back up, it's not a great idea to have a 35, 34-year-old pitcher with a lot of wear and tear on his body to go the 9th, to go 100-something innings in a regular season game, or 100-something pitches, in a regular season, then don't put him out there. You can control that. That's a controllable. There's certain things you can't control. A twisted ankle, busting your ass out of the box and feeling something pop in your leg, anything like that. Those are just injuries that occur when you're playing the game, and it's the next man up mentality and your attitude as a group. All right, we got to rely on someone else. But this is you strictly knowing you hate it, knowing the data supports your logic, and going, I don't want to hurt the feelings of Wheels. You get paid to hurt their feelings in certain moments with big picture in mind. That's why you're the manager. It's extremely disappointing. Let's take this piece of audio here from Rob Thompson and play it for you.
If Scott doesn't hit that home run, does he go back out in the 9th?
oh yeah, yep,
No matter what.
yep. He was going back out. The way he still had his stuff in the 8th. I mean, he was dominant in the 8th. I would have taken him out to 115 pitches.
Hold the hell up. 115? Bro. I'm not talking about the guys who pitched back in 1733 who would pitch 463 innings and then would have, 7,000 innings a year on their body. That makes no sense. But there was once a time where people pitched. I got it. It ain't that time anymore. You're telling me you're so scared, you're walking on all sorts of thumbtacks. I don't know. These sayings suck. I'm doing a terrible job. But in what world is Rob Thompson going to be so nervous about complete games and whatnot, and then have the audacity to say, oh, yeah, he's getting thrown back out there regardless, no matter what, even to the point where I'd say, 150. 115? That's a lot of pitches. It's not adding up. What he's saying about the concerns, what he's saying about his ideas and beliefs as a manager is not supporting his actual delivery and the execution of it.